Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. It speaks to youth in a language they understand. Sport can create hope where once there was only despair.
Hi everyone, hope you're well and doing okay. I'm Victor Calvin and I'm really excited to get to talk to you about incredible people, men and women that we can kind of learn from their life and also improve and better and enhance our own life, right? Last week, we talked about Bishop Pearson. Today I want to talk about Nelson Mandela and what we can learn from him on the psychology of resilience and leadership. Now, in this episode, we look at his life, the life of Nelson Mandela. I'm sure that most of us know about him, a man whose name is sort of synonymous with the struggle for for justice and equality. Now, we will explore psychological underpinnings of his unwavering determination and how his long work for freedom, I believe, inspired millions around the world. Now, I hope that you enjoy this particular content, and if you do have a question, don't forget to drop a comment, and I'm looking forward to answering all your comments and really having fun talking about other things. And if you have suggestions on people that we should cover, please don't hesitate to send in on the comments their name, and we'll see what to study about them and also see what we can learn from their life. Then, let me start with the early life of Nelson Mandela. His early life is kind of marked by his traditional temple customs and rituals, which kind of instilled in him a strong sense of social responsibility. Now, this is very much interesting because in some African cultures, they teach you about how to be a man, and part of that also means taking responsibility. Some call that the coming of age. I know, for example, in my Igbo tradition, we do have a coming of age ritual where you're taught how to take responsibility. Beyond the ritual, that's really the key message. Now, for Nelson Mandela, his education at Fort Hare University and even the University of Witwatersrand kind of exposed him to the systemic racial injustices of apartheid, and which kind of lit the fire of activism in his heart. Now, let's talk about his psychology of resilience. Nelson Mandela's 27 years of imprisonment, I believe that's the limits of human endurance. Now, psychologists might attribute this resilience to a combination of intrinsic personality traits and, let's say, a strong commitment to his cause. But I think his ability to really maintain a strong positive outlook, a phenomenon known as benefit finding, can really teach us much about the power of perspective. When we really have a positive perspective, regardless of what is happening to us, it goes a long way to really build resilience. But let me talk about his leadership style. I think as a leader, Mandela exhibited what psychologists would call, as I talked about in the last episode, transformational leadership. Now, he kind of inspired change by example, earning him respect and trust of not only his followers, but also his adversaries. In fact, his leadership was not about wielding power, but about empowering others. And I think when it comes to leadership, I think you should go for transformational leadership. You don't need to sit in a position of power, but one of the ways to know that you are a leader, it's how people respond when they see you, how people react just by the mere fact that you are in your presence, right? Now, but let's not ignore the challenges and his coping mechanism, why he faced this immense political challenges. Now, we also have to acknowledge that he also faced some personal challenges as well. Now, his coping mechanisms could include such as embracing education and even maintaining physical fitness in prison. If you read some of the books, you could tell that while he was in prison, he was still reading, but also he was, trying to be physically fit regardless of the constraint that he had. This highlights the psychological strategies that individuals use to cope with adversity. Now, maintaining a very good physical health, it's very important, right? When you're going through tough time, it's important to make sure that physically at least your body can carry you through. On the other hand, education is important. It could be as informal as reading a book or, stretching your brain and your ability to think beyond the confines of your experience and existence. But what about the legacy that he had? I think the psychological legacy that Mandela leaves behind, it's one of hope and the belief in the human spirit's capacity for change. In fact, he demonstrated that leadership that's infused with empathy can overcome the deepest divisions, right? And I think that's amazing because his leadership came with empathy. Empathy not just for his people, but also for the people that he would imprisoned him. Now, what do we learn from him? I think that Nelson Mandela's life is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. In fact, his story encourages us to look within and find ourselves or find our reservoirs of resilience and compassion and leadership. Because inside you, it's a reservoir for resilience, for empathy, and for leadership. Now, I believe that this piece touches upon key moments in Mandela's life. And one of the things that I've learned is that when we focus on building resilience, compassion, and leadership, despite what we're going through, you will be fascinated with the kind of person that you would become. So I want to encourage you today moving forward to focus on building resilience, to focus on building leadership, and focus on embodying empathy despite what you're going through. It's your boy, Victor Counted. It's been wonderful talking to you. I look forward to talking to you next time on another episode. Speak soon.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.